Hey, what's up, fam? Radiant's first chapter is, from what I can tell, gonna get a three-part adaptation. It's kind of strange. I don't know many series that have been split up the first chapter into three episodes. The only one I can think of, I think, is Soul Eater, but the first chapter, I believe, is like 160 pages or something crazy. But with with Radiant, this episode, I thought they did a lot better adapting with while adding stuff in. The first one was a little bit wonky in some of the areas. I think that some of the changes they made were good. Some were I would have much preferred them to like the anime scene or the manga scene. And I'm still kind of weirded out with the when he punches that rock in the first episode and it doesn't get damaged, but it just kind of flies off from the force. Like I feel like the rock would break apart and maybe like pieces of rock would hit someone instead of just like launching the boulder as like the whole boulder. It was really weird. But I keep almost saying chapter. The episode was nice and clean. The animation was solid. A lot of the uh, a lot of the scenes were entertaining yet cool. I really like this episode. It's kind of the way that they show the nemesis can be either like kind of goofy and in 1 second and then switching over to being serious and vicious. And the nemesis in this first battle doesn't ever actually feel like the enemy. It kind of just feels like a stray creature just kind of wandering around. It's not like it's evil, more like it's just kind of confused. I mean, the first thing that happened when it hatched is people were fucking with it. But obviously, the nemesis are a target. They just don't. This one just doesn't seem that evil. It just kind of seems confused. The dude, I always forget his name. The Bravery Quartet. He's definitely the bad guy of this first one. And that's kind of what was revealed in this episode. The dude is a huge douche. He's just kind of doing all these to find opportunities to steal from villages, take all their gold and all their riches, and then get on out of there. This episode though, I've been seeing some comparisons people are saying with Seth to Asta. I don't really see much of it other than I guess like determined. Seth isn't like loud. He's not. He's definitely not as high T as Asta. I think it's his showings that he's got poor control over magic because that's kind of thing. He's got more of a without getting too into spoilers. That thing about him is he's not good using it through tools and accessories. He's good at using Fantasia in its like raw form and like using it his own style. And that's kind of like the thing that he kind of figures out about himself is I think it has to do with his infection that he has that make it so he has to do it a certain way in this more of like kind of heavy hitting melee style rather than like ranged and like a classic kind of spellcaster method. But the episode itself, like I was saying, it's good. I actually really like the part where you see the nemesis is like big Fantasia attack, and then like the damage shots. I've said before, I really like damage shots at like seeing when attacks like somebody uses a big attack, and you just see like the full scope of what it affects. You see like everywhere that it hits. You see like the something like Ulquiorra's Lanza, and you just see that massive explosion, and you see it like compared to all the pillars, and you see like kind of like this completely eclipse a lot of areas in Waco Mundo. Stuff like that when they do it, that it just is like holy shit, it's crazy. It definitely gives that feel, kind of gives a lot of that big impact of it. I really like that scene in this episode where Seth is pushing away one of the attacks from the Nemesis, and you just kind of see like that the classic like they're only that like chunk of Earth that he's on is there because he's like deflecting a lot of it, like pushing it away. I thought that was a really good one. And then the next episode, it looks like there's going to be the conclusion of the fight, and maybe set up for the female lead, Melly. I look forward to that, and I'm hoping other people are checking this out. It's definitely a very fun shonen style, like just a a French dude kind of take on a lot of it, which is cool. You need to balance some like a lot of happy fun with some sadness, and you got some feels in there with something like much more serious like the craze right now that is Goblin Slayer. Anyways, tell me what you think about Radiant in the comments. I really like it. Like I said, I've been waiting for this anime for a while. I really like the manga, and I was waiting for it to get officially licensed over here, and we got that recently. But the anime is going to be progressing a lot faster than the manga. So if you like my content, check out the rest of my stuff. Maybe a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. If you are, thank you very much for subscribing. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening.